Whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, we are all fasting. Ramadan de Kareem, happy Lenten season, my friends. Today we are going to be talking about the health issues around fasting, how our fathers did it in their own time, how we are doing it now, what happens in our bodies when we fast, some interesting documented experiences of people when they fast, and then how we can make our journeys to normal healthy life after this fasting period. My name is Damilola Igragwa, but you can call me Floregene. So let's imagine a time where there was no refrigerator, there was no supermarket, Uber Eats was not even existing at the time. Yes, there was a time in our history where food was not always available. So what our ancestors did was, after a successful hunt, they gather all the food they can gather and then eat them. They then will go for hours or for days without eating. So what this did to our bodies as we evolved from the generations of our ancestors to our own generation was that it conditioned our bodies into two states: the fed state and the fasted state. So in the fed state, our body is eating, we are absorbing all the nutrients and storing all the energy. However, in the fasted state, we are using up those stored energies. And so today, because food is now readily available, we are no longer in the fasted state. We are now in the fed state, where after breakfast we can snack, after lunch we can snack. Some of us even snack our way to our beds. And this is what explains why certain diseases like increased weight gain, called obesity, for instance, hypertension, diabetes, while these chronic diseases are on the rise now. So what happens within our bodies when we decide to fast? Let's say for about 8 to 12 hours, we notice that our bodies begins to change. So scientifically, we call what goes on in our bodies autophagy. Yeah, so autophagy literally means self-cleansing. So our bodies begin to clean itself of all those damaged cells. It begins to replace itself. The cells begins to replace themselves. New cells begins to grow inside of us. And this autophagy process has been linked to healthier aging, which is why while we are fasting, we feel so young again, and then our overall health is improved. In simple terms, my friend, fasting gives your body the time to repair itself, and this has been backed up by scientific evidence. This first article looked at the effect of Ramadan intermittent fasting on 57 overweight adults. So they assessed 57 overweight adults that took part in Ramadan fasting, and then they saw that after the fast, these 57 overweight adults lost weight. So if you're looking at one of the potential benefits of Ramadan fasting, it helps you to lose weight. The same was applied on a number of Christians that took part in Lenten fast, and they saw, according to this article, that they had reduction in weight, they had reduction in body mass index, that's BMI, and then they also had a reduction in their overall lipid or fat profile, which also suggests that the same benefit that is accruable, or that people that took part in Ramadan, Muslims, on their weight gain or weight loss program, is also the same benefits that Christians that are overweight also have. And yes, I've heard people say that rather than lose weight when they fast, they gain weight. Yes, I agree with you. While sometimes this might be gene related, it could also be about your eating habits. How do you break your fast? What kind of food do you eat? When do you eat this food? So these are the things that you may want to take cognizance or pay attention to. So a study on Ramadan fasting showed that people gained weight during Ramadan fasting are those that consumed high fatty foods and high carbohydrate foods, especially in large quantities. It is very important to state at this very junction that weight loss during fasting is temporal. For the fact that you lost weight during fasting doesn't mean that that weight loss is going to be permanent, it's going to be forever. Yeah. So what you do after the fasting, how you nourish your body, how you live afterwards, your eating habits, your lifestyle afterwards also matters. So to maintain the health benefits of fasting, it is very essential that we, number one, break the fasting gently. Yes, so understand that we are very hungry when it's time to break the fast, but eating heavy meals will not do our body any good. It would even rather harm our bodies. So what can we do? The first thing we should try to do is to hydrate our body. Drink enough liquids. For instance, water is a very good way to start. You can also take yogurt sometimes. As a matter of fact, in some traditions, what they do is they have a mixture of date and water, which I recommend. So after your fast, you don't want to do heavy meals. You want to start with hydrating your body. That works. And then the next thing we want to do is to eat until we are satisfied and not until we are full. Very important. So we eat until we are satisfied, not until we are full. And then we avoid late night snacking. Yes, eating late at night is something we want to run away from. Yeah, so the next thing we then do is to maintain consistent sleep times. So if during fasting, the fast will sleep at maybe 9 p.m. for instance, after the fast, you also want to continue in that pattern. This is because your body is now getting used to sleeping at that time. So you want to maintain that pattern of sleep consistently. The next thing you want to do again is to reintroduce your physical activity. So if you were going to the gym during your fast, which I doubt, or before your fast rather. Yeah, so during your fast, I understand that the intensity would have dropped. So you need to reintroduce that again. However, you reintroduce it gradually. Yes. Don't rush anything again. One good habit you can maintain after this fasting period is to keep a structured eating window. So what I mean by that is, having known the benefit of fasting now, it is very important that even beyond this fasting period, occasionally we can have about 8 to 12 hours of overnight fasting, maybe once a week or twice a week. Why? Because we want to be able to cleanse our body occasionally to get rid of all the old debris, damaged cells, and improve our healthy aging as well. This is very important. And if this video has helped you in any ways, I would want to really hear from you. So please drop a comment in the comment section below of what fasting has done for you or what you've noticed in your body during fasting. You can also like this video, share with a friend, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time guys, please stay healthy.